Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, we are up in the Plane of Hate with a really cool guild. We have Omni that has done an open raid for anybody who wants to join, and they are sharing the loot with anybody as well. We got an Essence of Vampire. I believe that's a Enchanter epic piece or something like that that you need. So anybody who needs that goes ahead and randoms. It's like I said, it's really nice that they're doing this and opening up the doors. And they have a rule that, you know, if you are in a raiding guild and you've gotten the pieces before, you're not going to random on this stuff if you're hitting like bigger and better stuff or whatever. But because I probably won't be going on too many more raids with the Blackheart Pirates with the DKP points, you know, I am going to be randoming on a few things here if something drops that is better than what I have. And pretty much everything here is better than what I have. Now, I'm having a lot of fun. This is a really cool place to come to, and I haven't seen the graphics in this zone. I haven't seen the creatures being killed in this zone in a very, very long time. So it is, it brings back memories, man. Spending so many hours in here killing these creatures, and yeah, they're only yellow to me at 53, but it doesn't really matter if they're blue to you, or even if they were green to you. Like, these creatures hit hard. Someone able to res Shika? So can roll on that. What else did they do? Enchanter. Remember, if you want something, please hold off on rolling again, unless no other winners have rolled. Yeah, okay. So if you win one item, you just hold off until the raid is over. So you want to random on things that you absolutely want, more than just randoming on stuff just because it happens to fall. And you know, I remember guilds doing that back in the day as well, and it's a pretty good rule of thumbs. If you're in a raid, unless people specify otherwise, just go ahead and random on everything, then just random on one thing at a time. You know, there have been raids that I've been in where you just random on everything. No matter how many times you've won, just go ahead and random on it a couple times, you know, and try to get as many of the items as possible. The reason I see that happening in like TOV, to be honest, is because you'll have days where a lot of plate stuff will fall, and you'll have days where no plate stuff will fall. And so they just like, if something falls and you need it for your class, random on it, because otherwise you're probably never going to get to see that item again, at least for months upon months upon months. So, you know, you get as much as you can, and it helps out the guild regardless, because the more they outfit you, the better off you're able to perform in a raid, which means the more they can do and the more they can fight, and in the end be able to go to even harder places and get even better loot. So it's going to be one of those things where you're just going to have to accept that some people are going to have really good days, and eventually you're going to have one too. Happens to every single one of us. Even when I had Cleric's 25%, I win. Yeah, even on those days back in the day when I had really, really horrible luck most of the time, I eventually got a good day, and I won some amazing loot. And those are like epic days that I could, you know, recall for a long, long time afterwards. But it's a good feeling, you know, like, you know how they feel when they have good days. So I don't like hold it against people if they happen to. Look at the colors on that, guys. It's crazy. So many just blurring in together and creating like this rainbow colored pixelation of beauty. Fireworks in general is one of those things that I enjoy watching in real life, and that's what this reminds me of. Is just like seeing like those colors in the sky. Res the dead as they fall. There's twitching. Okay, so I can finally move again. My res effect is just now wearing away. That's good. Alright, let's see. Are they moving? No. It looks like there's a few people pulling mobs here and there. Ooh, somebody just got walked up on and hit right in the face. Oh, man. Oh, we got a Mistress of Scorn. Ah, jeez. I wish there wasn't so much stuff going on that I wasn't able to kind of just like, you know, describe and give you guys hints and details. Because like when I do these kind of raids with my guild, you know, we're in Vent and they're talking and they're giving hints and things of that sort. This raid, however, is in Mumble. And so they're doing, I'm sure, information in that and letting people know what you need to do and what you need to be aware of and where to step and where not to step. However, I don't have Mumble installed on this computer, and I didn't see it the best time to find the website, install it, you know, enter all the information up while we're in the raid. You know, like, that's something you do beforehand. And they didn't mention that yesterday when they were asking people if they wanted to come join them. They weren't like, this is what we use, Mumble. This is the you know, server thing. This is the password. Make sure you have it all set up beforehand. And that would have been very, very useful to have known, and I would have definitely have done that. But they waited until we were literally ported up in the zone before they did that. Let's see, what did we get? Bard, and Mage. Not bad. That's pretty cool. So we're going to start with the Mage item right here at the very top. Staff of Elementary Mastery. Fire. It's a magic item, lore item, no trade. Primary, two-handed blunt. Attack is the 30 delay. 15 damage. Reclaim energy. Let's see. Focus effect. Servant of Fire. 5 pounds. Size is large. Mage and race all. So that's kind of nice. Reclaim energy will get you that spell or that mana back before you zone or before the creature dies. Random 888 for the imbue. Okay, so they're doing all of them at the exact same time. Really confusing whoever's doing the loot. That's crazy to kind of keep up with that. But let's see, the imbued platemate mail bracer. That's not bad, I guess. Stats are kind of low now that I'm looking at it, but you know, 11 AC, 3 dex, 3 intel, 10 hit points. I guess for a bracer, it's not horrible, but I would have figured the stats would be a little bit higher up here for that, for a bard. Seems like they're not going to get the greatest stuff in the world. We got the Greaves down here, the magic item, no trade, legs, 16 AC, which is not bad, 5 strength, 9 stamina, 9 agility, so those are really nice, and 10 resist to magic, so the Greaves are definitely better than the bracer by like a gazillion fold. I don't even think you need wisdom or intelligence for a bard, to be honest, but you know, there was always a few pieces out there where you're just like, what? You know, like, why do you throw on a wisdom on a Shadow Knight item? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's a Shadow Knight only item, which means you only are going to be using that on that class, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to have even the remote sense of wisdom on that. They're not going to use wisdom. So, yeah, they did that. I don't think it was a random generator either. I think they literally did that on purpose for whatever weird, sick reason it was that they were trolling SKs by putting wisdom on them. Or maybe there was something to wisdom that we just didn't understand. Let's see, Ruined Etched, Shaman Helmet dropped. Wow, nice. Let's see, Words of Bondage. I don't know what that's used for. I'm sure it's used for something down here, though. Let's go ahead and sit back down. Need to med back up a little bit. The Ruined Etched Helm is magic item, no trade. Everything up here is probably going to be no trade. From what I remember, I think there's few pieces that drop that are not no trade, but everything else is going to be. That's going to be 14 AC, 5 dex, 5 intelligence, 7 to poison, 4.5 pounds. Shaman, Barbarian, Barbarian, Troll, and Ogre can use that item. So, very, very restrictive. I think there's another class that can be Shaman, isn't there? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe those are the only 3 out there. I do know mine is a Barbarian. My Shaman is a Barbarian, so he would definitely be able to use that. Not really sure why it has intelligence on it. My Shaman's not going to be using intelligence. It's going to be wisdom. But like I said, there's always like one weird thing that they throw in there. Imbued plate. Okay, so they're doing the Greaves now. Let's see. Those Greaves will last your bard a super long time. Not many strength stat pants out there. Let me get out of the way of this thing. This thing just wrecked my face. Holy crap. That took up a lot of my life in one hit. I don't know how much it hit me for, but... So apparently those Greaves are really, really nice for bards. Not a whole lot of items out there, apparently, that will add strength and stamina as a bard. That's kind of useful to know. Don't know that much about bards, to be honest, or what stats they really, really need. I do know they move around quite quickly, and... You know, they are somewhat of a DPS class, so strength is definitely something you want. They do sometimes tank, not very often. So stamina, again, is probably something they want a little bit of, you know, if they can get their hands on it. But I'm pretty sure they got another stat that they're looking for. You can wander in this room a little. Just to the north of us is Mistrel's organ. That's where he spawns. Was hoping he'd be left up today, but sadly he was sniped. Oh, that sucks. Staff again looted. Thank you very much, Omni. You from a raiding guild that does hate singularity. Oh well, that sucks. Are they saying he's from a raiding guild that does hate all the time? First time in hate. I'm newbie, really. I can't get it. Wow. Okay, so he's saying it's his first time up here, but I guess his guild comes up here all the time. I don't know how that would work out. I'm even trialist. We'll see. We'll see what they say on that one. I understand them wanting it to go to newbies and not people who are just coming in here with guilds that can handle it. But, you know, even on those guilds, if they're part of it, that can handle it. Ooh, nice. Look, the breastplate drop, guys. That is fantastic. Magic item, no trade. Chest, 29 AC, 9 strength, 13 dexterity, 9 charisma, 10 to resist on disease, 7.5 pounds. Large on the size. Human, elf, and half-elf. Is that the same race that they were doing earlier? Oh, it was Shaman that I was thinking of with the other one. Okay, yeah, so that's probably the same race. They can use that item as all the other ones. Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, even if you're in a guild that does raiding, you know, every day or, you know, every other day, they may do raiding at a certain time, and you may not be able to go to those times. So if there's somebody out here that's really not very well outfitted, and they're still part of a big guild, I'd almost give them a pass and be like, you know, that's just, ooh, that guy is going to definitely need a little heal here. Yeah, I definitely give him a little pass and be like, you know, he might be part of that guild. He might have just joined. He may never be able to go on raids, and this is obviously his first one. It's hard to tell, and I understand they're wanting to be, you know, as fair-handed and even-handed around the loot as possible, especially when they're doing this for the newbies, as almost like a giveaway. You know, like none of their guys are probably randoming on any of the stuff that drops, which is, you know, fantastic if that's the case. But let's see, it's looted. Okay, so somebody got that one. Let me see. I want to heal these guys. I'm not going up fast enough on my mana as I would like. I like having, you know, close to full mana so that if we get into situations, I can heal multiple people. Right now, I'm just kind of keeping track of my group and the occasional tank. And you can kind of see who the tanks are. I know a lot of warriors try to... Can I get a spot heal? Let me see. Target. Loom. Sure. I didn't target her. Let's see, target. If I spelled it right. Loom. Still didn't work. Target, let me go ahead and spell her entire name. If I can see my keyboard in the dark. Loomba. Still can't see her, so she's not anywhere around me at the moment. That is the only reason she would not come back. Let me see if I can see her over here. There she is. Come on, come on. Here we go. Remedy. Nice. Oh, wow. She has tons of hit points, and she is really low. So I need to do like a complete heal on her here in a second. That's what she needed right off the bat. Asking for spot heals is nuts. What kind of class is she? She must be a warrior, right? Has to be. Okay, so they're just now randoming on the breastplate. Let's see, am I still getting the numbers up there? It looks like I am. Looks like I am. Cleric down, Levine. Alright. Let me see. Let me do a who-all on her. I want to see what she is. Loom. She is a assassin. Wow, okay. Well, she has a lot of really good equipment on for that kind of hit points. You know, my new Divine Light is actually a upgrade to Superior Heal, and Superior Heal is not something to be gawked at. I mean, it's not too shabby. Is what I'm trying to get across. It is very costly on the mana. It does a fast heal for a decent amount. It is, however, not a complete heal. But again, I usually don't use complete heals on anybody but the main tank, whether it's a Paladin, a Shadow Knight, you know, a Warrior kind of thing. Assassins, I've never had to do a complete heal on. They've never even had remotely the amount of hit points required for something like that to work. So that guy definitely has some good stuff. And being level 60, you know, helps out as well, I'm sure. All right, give him a Celestial Heal. She's down a little bit. I guess I'll give her a Celestial Heal as well. I am fizzling quite a bit up here for some reason. Hopefully you guys can see everything going on. I'm not too concerned with the camera angle at the moment. Try to get it in the spot and then concentrate on helping other people out. Let me go ahead and target that. Oh, I did a who-all again. Target. There she is. Okay, so she's still fine, or he's still fine. I don't know what classification, male or female, that is, but at the moment I'm not too concerned with it. Okay, nothing else is dropped. Wow, look at this, guys. I've never seen so many people up here. Wow. And there's multiple fights going on at the same time. Little groups here and there, killing stuff, and... Oh my god, look at that. You can see at the bottom, underneath my chat bar, there is a little drake right there at the very bottom, where I did the who-all in this little window right there. You'll see it right there when the window goes away. There is a little, evil little imp's corpse. And I don't know if it was that small to start with, although with the name applying it's an evil little, you know, imp's corpse, it might have started that small, but I do know that you can create, you know, skeletons, forms on creatures you're fighting, and you can also... you know, lower the size of them as well if you not summon them, if you charm them. So you can kind of troll the monsters you're fighting a little bit and make them look quite ridiculous if you want to. I think some of those illusions actually do like negative stats to the enemies, which is why people use them in the first place. But it's just funny to see when somebody does something like that. Call of the Earth, Centels for it. 24 AC, 4 DPS, so it's a damage shield. Does not stack with Spirit Shishar, Whistling War Song, or Shields of the 8th. That's, I like how they have their messages, like letting you know what it stacks with and what it doesn't. Please send tell for level 60 Enchanter Haste, C2, Nybryce. Oh, Nybryce is up here. I think he sent me a message earlier, didn't he? How's hate? They had to do 7. Yeah, he did. Eyebrows. Tell. Let's give him a tell real quick. Nybra. Sorry. It's quite. Oh my god. Jeez. And I just died. No idea what killed me. I think somebody pulled something. It hadn't been you know, aggroed on something yet. And it's just kind of popping back and forth and wiping the floor with people. So I died yet again. I was just getting up to full mana too. That's what I get for being close to the edge. I need to be in the center of what's going on. But I moved off to the side so I could heal that that rogue, and that was a bad idea, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see. Somebody will toss me a res here in a second, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and get my spells back up. We are going to... let's see how fast they do it. This is the last time they did it within a few seconds of me dying, actually. The moment I hit the end of the video, somebody tossed me a res. So let's see if they actually pop it back up this time. Of course, they are in the middle of a big fight. Cleric's at 10% mana. Of course, they are using a clicky, but depending on how many people they have to heal up, it may take them a second or two to get to my corpse if they notice it right away. So, no, it's still further. Nope, did I go too far? I think I did. Come on, where are my spells? There we go. Alright, get everything back where I like to have it. Now, if in case you're wondering what spells you should have up on your Cleric, some of the ones that you should definitely have up all the time, no matter where you're at, unless you're in like the Plane of Sky, is Gate. Gate is something you need to have up 24/7. There's really no reason not to have it. If the Cleric dies, things get a little bit more difficult, and if you're in a zone such as KC, where you can be literally bound right outside, if you are getting into a situation where everybody's going to die and there's a few seconds for you to gate out, you gate out, it's easier to get back in with everybody, and you can res everybody else, and they don't have to wait for your res sickness, which just slows the group down, because most of the time it's the Cleric's mana that is keeping people from going a little further into the zone. So that's it's not a coward's way out. It is just better for the group, recover faster, get back into killing faster, people get their experience more, and it keeps the groups together. So definitely one of the things you want. Root is another spell that you should have up 24/7. You're not going to use it all that often in most groups unless you happen to be doing crowd control, moving the mobs from one spot to another to make sure that you know, they are not beating on the main tank or something like that, because you don't have an enchanter. But you know, you definitely want it up, because eventually you will get into those situations where somebody is not, you know, assisting, and the enchanter's mez is being broken. Whatever the case, you're going to be able to have a mob beating on your face, and the only way to get it off of you is to root it and back up, heal yourself maybe, or heal the tank and continue on with what you're doing. So root is a very, very useful thing to have, and you're going to want to have it up all the time. Divine Aura is definitely something you're going to want. Divine Barrier, whatever it's called at your level. You're going to need it. It's going to save your life. It does take something like 25 minutes for it to come back, so that is why you always want to have it up, just in case that happens. Let's send Neo a tell. C2 when able, please. There you go. And he should send it right away if he has the mana. Let's go ahead and sit back down. Although he's probably like, why does this guy keep sending me a message? Because I've died like twice since been up here, and I still can't move. I'd move a little further into that little range right there, which is where I prefer to be, especially since they seem to be pulling in from this one little area. Paladins. Paladin Epic. Really? They need a breastplate for the Paladin Epic. A Tainted Darksteel Breastplate. Nice. 10 AC on it. Yeah, it's not really going to do very much. Warrior, Cleric, Paladin, Shadow Knight, and Bard. All. But apparently it's for the Paladin Epic. That's interesting. And they seem to be wrecking face. Look at that, guys. Can you imagine? They have at least four rogues in that pile of goo right there. They call a mass of DPS. That would be absolutely nuts. Now, I have seen more than 4 before, but, you know, 4 is not bad. And 4 is nothing to shake your nose at and be like, that's not good enough. And then they got, you know, a lot of Shadow Knights, a lot of Paladins here tonight. And then they got a few monks, it seems like. Just a few, not too many. These little chests. I believe these chests were the ones that were the random ones. Such as pretty much anything from the other zones could spawn or drop in those. So if you're a Shadow Knight and you're hoping to get some like good loot from Plane of Fear, if you killed these chests, you could get Shadow Knight gear, and you could also get stuff from this zone. Like it was just like a random thing, if I remember right, from those. And sometimes they dropped nothing, so they always went out of their way to find those and kill them. The Clerics, on the other hand, I believe sometimes will drop the Cleric gear, so it's always nice to see one of those being killed because there's a chance you might get some loot. Cleric gear on the old raids that I went to seemed to be somewhat rare. I mean, you'd see like 2 or 3 pieces drop. The ones that you saw drop the most was Bard armor. And I think it's brown. I think it was like, yeah, I hate to use the word, but it's like crap brown. And it was pretty horrible looking compared to the beautiful armor that they were wearing beforehand. Like, they use the blue armor, which is just a stunning color of blue, if you ask me. And then you get the Singing Still, which is a beautiful shade of green. But then you come up to the Plane of Hate and you get your armor up here and it's crap brown. And it's just like, what? Like, why? Why did you go with that for Plane of Hate? But some programmer thought maybe that looked just as beautiful as the other ones. Or maybe he was sick and tired of seeing all the bards out there in stunning looking armor that just kind of shone through everybody else's. Let's see. Paladin alt, please random. For that, you can MQ it for him or her. So it doesn't seem like anybody needs it. And now they're giving it to an alt. I thought there was several paladins here. They must already have their epics, or at least that piece of the epic, I guess. It's kind of rare. Maybe that's why they're doing these raids, though. Too much stuff is rotting, and they don't like to see it happen. Oh yeah, they're recovering. It looks like it. And my mana is going back up finally. This is utter chaos. Can you imagine how much you have to know the zone to allow other people who don't know it and then baby them through the zone to make sure that nobody runs off and does anything stupid? And if they do run off, you can immediately get them and recover from it. Like, you have to have been doing this for a long time. Oh, what is this? Warrior. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, so we got a Legionnaire Scale Bracer. Magic item, no trade, wrist, 12 AC, 5 dexterity, 5 stamina, 5 intelligence, 5 agility, resist to fire and cold by 10. Weight is 1.5 pounds, and it's a warrior. Oh, but it's only for the lizards. Really? That is weird. Huh. That is, I don't remember wizard stuff being in here. Oh, Lara's like, I can't believe no rogue stuff has dropped. Yeah, I actually haven't seen any rogue stuff drop at all. But that doesn't mean that nothing will drop. You may have the first half of the raid, nothing that your class needs, and then a few people will leave here and there because they have to get out. They don't have enough time to stay for the whole raid. And then all your stuff will just start dropping at the end because you stayed the whole way, and you start just winning like everything. So that is definitely something that will happen from time to time. We do have some people here taking some damage, so let me go ahead and toss them a heal real quick. Grats on that one. Yeah, so Tark Scales won that one. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see what dropped over here. Woven. Oh, there's his rogue stuff. Nice. So he asked and he shall receive. So what did he get? He got a woven shadow helm. Or he didn't get it, but, you know, has a chance at winning it. It's a head slot, 14 AC, 5 strength, 9 intel, 10 to resist on disease, 4.5 pounds, rogue, human, barb, elf, dark elf, high elf, dwarf, half elf, and gnome can use that one. We also have a woven shadow chestplate, which is 26 AC, which is really, really nice. 13 strength, 13 dexterity, 13 agility. What's with the 13s, man? It's like unlucky numbers, but let's go with them, I guess. 7.5 pounds, so not incredibly heavy. I've seen breastplates go all the way up to 11 or even sometimes up to 13 pounds, which seems like maybe that's what they should have done, except stuck with like the 13 on that one, but I guess maybe they decided not to. It is size large, so different classes or different races might be able to use that one. No, it looks like the same races can use that one as the small. That's weird. Let's see who won those. Alar got 520. 520. Yep. So he won whatever it is they were randoming on. I believe it is the helmet. Yeah, he's randoming on the helmet right now. Nice. So he won a helmet. 9 intelligence. I don't know what that would be used for a rogue. I don't think they use intelligence even remotely. Strength, though, is not bad, and the resist definitely aren't bad. Wonder what it's going to look like. It's going to be interesting. I think most of the rogue armor is like black. But let me see if I can find a Lar in here once he puts it on. I'm going to be curious to see the look. So many people trying to find one person, and here's like a needle in a haystack. Ooh, Vamp Racers. I think that is the Cleric stuff. Yep, it sure is. 9 strength. What do I have on me right now? 777. Well, I guess a random on it. It's not the greatest, but it is somewhat of an improvement for me based off of the AC. Oh, wow. Somebody got 773 out of 777. So, Saul, I guess is going to be the one who wins that one. I like the magic resist on it. 7 magic resist is nice. It does weigh quite a bit, though. 4.9 pounds on that one. I just kind of sucky. There's no wisdom on it. You know, like a cleric item with no wisdom? That sucks. Who won that one? Looted by VM. Oh, Knight. Knight won one. What did he win? I didn't even get to see. Shadow Helm. One of the purposes of the raid is to get loot for those who wouldn't otherwise see it. Omni and Europa and AG and FOH have some others I see that are hate capable. Omni and Europa and AG and FOH. And some others I see here are hate capable. Yeah, hate capable is definitely a different term that I've not seen before. You can be capable and still never go, which definitely sucks. But if that's the case, I just like hanging out. Even if we don't get any loot, it's just going to be cool to see the zone for the very first time all over again. And I've said that before as we got into different places. For me, the enjoyment is hanging out with friends and checking out places that are interesting. You know, and every zone has something unique to offer that you don't really get to see in someplace else. But this one, above all, is just creepy. Like, this is where you want to go for your Halloween events. You could have a trick and treat in here. You could have, you know, a little hunt where you put things down and people have to go find them. But definitely has that creepy vibe going on in here. And if you clear it all out, I believe you have several hours if not more, where nothing spawns. So you're pretty safe in here for a good bit after everybody's wiped things out. Groups here with room for one more. But guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call the episode here. Again, I do want to thank you all for watching. And as always, I'm AC Gamer, and I definitely will catch you next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.